What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Otepeng Kadi, but you can call me OT, and I'm here to tell you what's been popping.
I go by the name of Navy, it's Navy DJ. Yeah, Name, I'm him.
What to do is your boy 6x9 self-made cheese boy from the simple man line. I'm fired too, I'll be my shoe.
Yo, what's going on? I go by Zane Reeds. Faragam Shana. Tana Joyce. What's going on?
I am okay. I am great. I am happy, and yeah, I'm really good. I'm really good, guys.
Yo, I don't know how to answer that. I am, but there's certain aspects where I feel like I'm not really okay, but I'm grateful, man. So I'm okay. Just taking it a day at a time. But yeah.
Me, I'm perfectly fine. I'm okay. I'm happy. Yeah, great.
Honestly, I'm okay. Better than how I was 6 months ago, but we'll get into that. The past few weeks have been a roller coaster of like emotions, I want perfect balance of the good and the bad, but at this very moment, I'm really okay. I'm good.
Let's say 8.5.
I think I'm a 7. I'm a solid 7. Despite what has been happening in my life when it comes to personal life and my family and everything, I'm still staying afloat. I'm not letting anything really tease at me or break me down, So that's why I'm saying I'm a solid 7. I'm good.
I think like a good 7. Like a good 7. For most parts of it, like I'm good. So like a good 7. Yeah.
I could say an 8 out of 10. That's how happy I am.
Yo, life has changed, man. Like started a new job, like I'm settling in nicely now. I think now it's just a matter of just trying to find like the ultimate balance through my new job and like DJing, Even though I still feel like some parts are kind of lacking with regards to both jobs. But yeah, like life has changed, man. I think that's like my biggest highlight in the past 6 months, just starting a new job. And yeah, and also just elevating some aspects of my life, So yeah, like that's what's been happening. Yeah.
Compared to 6 months ago, life has changed drastically. I found a new place. I'm working on other things. I can't say them now because I'll say them in 6 months. Yeah, I have grills. yeah.
Compared to 6 months ago, life hasn't really changed that drastic, but life has changed crazy. Moved into a new space, bigger space, which I've been here for what, 3 months, 2 months. I'm still adjusting to it. I'm still adjusting. I haven't really fully been in it and say I'm comfortable like that. But which is a good thing because I'm still allowing myself to explore this place. What type of furniture I want and stuff like that. And despite that, I feel like now at work I have a solid position of what I'm doing. It's solid now. I know exactly what I'm doing. Like before, last year mostly I was just thinking, what's my actual position? Let me call myself this. Am I this? Am I this? Now it's solid. Now I know what I am, and I think I'm doing the best at it. So, yeah.
Life has changed drastically. 6 months ago, I was definitely not okay. I was depressed. I was just in my little shell and just so suffocated by life and everything that's happening around me. But a lot has changed and changed for the better, that is, and life seems to be a bit more exciting. I'm hopeful for the future, and I'm excited about what else has to come and what else is gonna unfold.
Sheesh. My current relationship status still the same. Still single. But compared to 6 months ago with the whole thing of going on dates, I kind of stopped going on dates like that because I cannot knock, honestly. Like, I don't have the time. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I legit don't have the time. If I'm not at span, I'm just doing something, or I'm getting some rest and I'm sleeping. So I'm still single, minus the dates, but if anything happens, it happens. If the universe aligns, it aligns. If it doesn't, it is what it is.
Ooh, I'm fully taken. I'm off the streets, man. Shatil, I mean, so yeah, not a shatil. Yeah, I'm in a relationship, yeah. And yeah, my friends know the person, so I'll just keep it at that.
I am very much in a relationship, practically married. Thank you very much, guys. It's been a long time coming, but we're here now. Thank the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, happy to announce that I'm in a relationship. I'm kind of married.
Did you not say that the last one?
I lied.
Still with the same baby. Love my life. Yeah.
The one thing that I think people don't know about me is that I'm a very compassionate, loving person, loving friend. I'm a person that overextends myself for the benefit of others. I often put others and their needs and wants over my own needs sometimes. And it's something that I've been told a couple of times that it's a bad thing, but I think it's like a firstborn syndrome. You always want to make sure that everyone around you is okay and happy before you make sure that you're okay and happy. So yeah, that's one thing about me that I think a lot of people don't know about me.
I don't know, man. I feel like people don't like always associate me as someone that's tiny groove, strata, and like all these things, man. Like someone that's not really like serious about life, you know, because they always see me as always in the streets, drinking, partying, you know. But like there's another side towards that, you know, where I'm just complete opposite of that person. And I think you'll only know that side if you really are close with me, you know. So it's like, yeah, I'm not always about groove and partying and all those things. So yeah, I think that's like the one thing.
I think people don't know that I go to church and I fear God. People think because I'm a DJ, now for the streets.
I'm very self-cautious. Like, I don't just do things for the sake of doing things. I know sometimes it might come off as if I'm impulsive. I just do things on the spot. Like, guys, I go through, like, I think about things before I do them. Like, yeah, sometimes someone will say, yo, let's go here, and then I'm like, okay, cool. But for that 5 minutes before we actually go, like, I think of all the possibilities. What bad could happen? What good could happen? And honestly, I feel like that's a blessing and a curse. But I think that's the one thing people don't know about me. Like, I'm super calculated with everything that I do, and that's why if things go bad, I blame myself. If things are good, I blame myself because I put myself in that situation, whether it's good or bad, because I think, like, I calculate everything before I do. Like, that's just how it is.
The realization that I've recently had, I think it's time moves, you know. So it's like you may think that time's not moving. I mean, not so long ago, like it was Feb, you know, now it's a new year. So I feel like if you stagnant and not realizing that time actually moves, that's when you'll see that like you have to get things going, you know. So like time is a real thing and time moves, you know. So you don't wanna find yourself in the same position as you were 4 or 3 years back. So just having that reflection that last year at this time, where was I and where am I at this time? So yeah, I think the biggest one is like time.
Yo, good guys don't win. Like, fair to. No one has a man sometimes and just try to be the best version of yourself, or not even for yourself, but try to be the best version for people out there. Fair to. Good guys just, I feel like they never win. There's this quote by Heath Ledger on Batman. It says, it's either you die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. And the realization is that I'm cool with being a villain in people's stories. Like, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with being the bad guy in someone's story. At this point, I've tried so hard to be the good guy that it didn't work for me. Like, it has worked for some of my friends, it has worked for people I know, but for me, it honestly hasn't really worked like that. And not saying I'm a bad guy now, I'm just winging it. Like, you get whichever version of me you get, and if it's good, shout out. If it's better, if it's bad, ain't not good. So, but it is what it is.
I recently realized that taking a risk will open doors for you. Like, just doing whatever that you want to do, not knowing what's going to happen. And suddenly things are working out just because of that one decision you made.
Wow, that is wild. A realization I recently had is that the life that I used to live is a very fictitious life. No hate or shame to anyone who still lives that life, but to a certain extent, I think I had a reality check that made me realize that at the age that I'm at, I'm in my building years. You know, the next 3, 4, 5 years kind of dictates how I ought to live my 30s. This is the building blocks and the foundation of how my life will pan out when I'm 30, when I start having kids. Will I be living in an apartment? Will I be renting to buy an apartment? Will I be in a house? And a lot of the things that we do in the life that we live in this fast-paced environment, one doesn't have the time to think about the consequences because you're always living in the moment. And so I've gotten an opportunity to slow down in life and change my perspective completely. And I'm proud of the progress I've made, and I think everyone should go through it. You know, there's a certain age that clocks me like, damn, like my life really does depend on me. I gotta feed myself. I'm gonna have kids one day. Those kids gonna look at me for survival. So I gotta make the correct decisions right now because they definitely contribute to what's gonna happen in the future.
The last time I did something for the first time was, I think last month, I was skating with my aunt, roller skating. That was the first time. It was fun.
Is about yesterday actually. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of things for the first time recently. So it's very exciting. Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Just one.
It's kind of PG.
I hate this question. I hate this question because I really don't know. Because I feel like because of how calculated I am, and how I overthink things, I'm afraid to try new things. That's why I can't even pinpoint when was the last time I did something for the first time. It's really hard. It's really hard because I overcalculate things. I don't try new things. Like, I can't think of it, man. I won't lie.
It was it was yesterday. I bought flowers for the first time. So yeah, I know how people are gonna have a reaction towards this, but like yeah, I think that was the first time I actually buy flowers. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Jeez, bro. Wow. Okay. Emotional safety. looks like unstripping yourself of everything that you think makes you who you are and being who you really are. Without the fear of being judged, the fear of being rejected, the fear of being pushed away. It's when you really, really sit down and you expose the truth that exists that only you know. And sometimes you are like very afraid of approaching and attacking this truth, but being able to literally take away everything and speak to someone without any fear of being judged, that is emotional security, like at its highest form.
I think that's what emotional safety to me would feel like. Like the minute I start feeling calm, I'm always stressed. I feel like the minute I start feeling calm around someone or whatever, no stress, no nothing, don't care about the world, I feel like that's what I would call emotional safety.
Home. Yeah. Home.
I think it's being vulnerable, being able to speak about how you really feel, instead of just saying, oh, now I'm okay, oh, now I'm fine, but just having that, being vulnerable, man, about your feelings and just saying exactly how you really, really, really feel, instead of just sugarcoating it. So I think that's my ideal kind of emotional safety, yeah. The biggest one is, get things going, man. Like, if you have an idea, if you want to start something, like, do it. Don't have this thing of, oh no, I'll start doing this at this certain time. So whichever idea that you want to execute, start doing it now. Start working, man. Like, don't wait. Like I said, time's like the biggest thing, because I feel like at the time there's certain things that I should have done, and had I started doing those things at the time, then now I would be a bit further than where I'm at now, So I think it's like the biggest is like start doing things now, like start doing. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm a gangster. Gangsters don't cry. Okay. Wow. Tippy, 6 months ago. It's gonna be okay, girl. Like, just hold on. I know that we're holding on to like the last stream of hope, and it's breaking, girl. It's really, really breaking, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna have everything you've ever wished for. You're gonna be loved, and you're gonna feel safe, and God is there, and like God exists in every single thing that you want. Is really like just on a very long journey towards you, but it's on its way without a doubt. And just keep the hope, keep the faith. You're gonna be fine. Trust and believe in the kid. I swear that we got it. We got it.
If I had to go back in time and affirm myself 6 months ago, I would tell myself that you're gonna pop. I feel like that's what I would tell myself. You're gonna pop, because I was in such good spirits. I didn't care. I was living in the moment, and because of living in the moment, I didn't plan for the future like that. And Mankomani in the future, I'm not talking about like 5-year plan or 1-year plan. I was just living in such a moment that I didn't care what could happen tomorrow. All I cared about was right now, and because of that, I think after we shot the show, the club closed down for renovations where we work, and I had one of the worst times of my life, at that time, just for those few weeks. I had like the worst time of my life. I had no plan, I didn't know what to do. It was just wild, and I wish I had told myself, or I wish I knew the fact that it would, like, maybe slow down a bit. Think about your choices. Think about this, think about that. Hey, have you saved up enough money? Do you have something to fall back on? What's going on? I think that's what I would tell myself. It was, you wouldn't be in the position that you found yourself in. But at the same time, I bounced back hard in that situation to now.
It will work out. Whatever that you're working on will work out. Yeah.